considering growing a family in the Houston, Texas area, you're certainly not alone. So Houston is one of the fastest growing areas in the country, and it's easy to see why. We have a diverse population, thriving economy, there's an abundance of family and friend activities and attractions. Houston literally has something for everyone. So like I said, if you're considering raising a family here, here's just a few reasons why that's actually a good idea. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Living in Houston, Texas channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about what it's really like living in Houston, Texas. The up, down, left, and right, and everything that's in between. I literally tell you what it's like to eat, sleep, and breathe here. So if you're not new here, welcome back. Guys, do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button. It helps everyone that's looking for this type of content easily find it. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button so you're notified every time I upload a new video on this channel. Okay, the first reason why it's a really good idea to raise a family in Houston is because of the education opportunities. Houston has some great schools, guys. Public schools, private schools, charter schools. We have quite a bit of schools with 8+ rankings sprawling all throughout the city. So your child will definitely get plenty of care and attention throughout their academic career. I personally grew up in Houston, Texas. I'm a native Houstonian. I personally went to public school, sorry. I went to public school throughout my entire childhood career. So elementary, middle school, and high school. I went to public school. I did feel like I was adequately prepared for college, guys. Also, there's tons of additional opportunities in the school for like advanced learning. You see a lot of the AP classes. Here's the thing now. Ironically, I was just at the hospital helping out my grandfather who's sick, and I saw some high school students, a part of the medical program, also working at the high school. So there's a lot of opportunities. We also see a lot of Vanguard programs here. So for you guys that aren't familiar with Vanguard programs, those are those type of programs that specialize in certain areas. Like for example, for a couple of years, I went to the high school for engineering. You kind of see that throughout a lot of the high schools, especially in the HISD school district, they have a specialty program, communications, medical, engineering, technology, and so on and so on. Another thing about the high schools here, just the schools in general, football is a really big thing in Texas. Friday Night Lights, I'm sure you guys have heard of it, but it's a really big deal here. We have some of the top football teams in the nation. Katy is always ranked very high. The high school that I went to, North Shore High School, we've won the state championship for several years. It's a really big deal. I mean, education-wise, not only academically, but all of the things that the children are involved in these schools, it's a great reason to raise a family here. So the second reason, guys, there's tons of activities. It could take me all day to list all of the entertainment, dining, and recreation opportunities that Houston has to offer. But I'm just gonna give you a few of the notable ones and some of them that are my favorites. So the first thing is there's a lot of parks, nature, recreation, wildlife. I really love the Houston Arboretum. We have a wide range of museums too. We have a really, really big, robust museum district. So there's 19 museums, including of course a children's museum, a museum of natural science. For me particular, and my daughter, we love the Museum of Natural Science because they have this really cool butterfly exhibit, and I really have to tell my daughter, like, you can't catch the butterflies, you can't take them home. But there's also, you know, arts and science museums. I mean, you name it, it's here. And for my sports fans that really like all of the sports teams and things like that, all of the major sports teams are here. So we have the Rockets, who is the NBA team. We have the Texans, who is the NFL team. The Houston Astros just won the World Series. And then we also have the Dynamo, which is our soccer team. So an abundance of things for you guys to do here. One of my absolute favorite things to do is the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So it comes once a year around February. It rolls into March. It's a 20-day event, but most people, when you think of the rodeo, you think of just horses and cows and all of that stuff. But our rodeo is a true experience, guys. It's a huge carnival, barbecue cook-off. They have a massive petting zoo. I'm not just talking about a few animals. I'm talking about every farm animal you can possibly think of. They have a beer garden, a wine garden. Most importantly, they have huge concerts almost every day of the week. Some of the people I've even seen at the concerts are people like Beyonce, Cardi B, Trey Songz, George Strait. So these are like top tier artists. They're not just throwing anybody at us. So, you know, just keep it in mind, Doc. I'm telling you guys, if you've never experienced a rodeo here in Houston, Texas, it is something to experience. Okay, so now also outside of just like Houston, let's talk about the local communities. A lot of these communities here are really robust communities, and there's a lot of things to do right inside the neighborhood. I live in Siena. It's in the suburb of Houston. It's in Missouri City, Texas, but there's a lot of things to do. I mean, we have 4 swimming pools. We have a Camp Siena, which is our sports arena where you can play soccer, you can play volleyball, you can play tennis. Every major holiday, we have a huge major event. For 4th of July, we have fireworks. I just read the newsletter. They said there's gonna be breakfast with Santa because it's getting around holiday times. For Halloween, they had a lot of people decorated the streets, people everywhere. So I mean, even around, not just around Houston, but even in like our local communities, there are tons of things to do. Okay, next on the list, guys, is childcare costs. Another reason why you want to have a family here in Houston is because the childcare cost, in my opinion, is very affordable. So Texas ranks at a low 16 out of 50 states in childcare affordability costs. So what does that mean for you? It doesn't cost as much for somebody to take care of your child for you. We roughly pay about $9,300 a year for my daughter. She goes to a local franchise daycare. We do pay weekly, but she goes to one of the more local franchise daycare. So this is one of the bigger daycares that's nationally known. They pretty much have the same curriculum no matter where you go. Like I said, it's roughly like $9,300 a year, which is, in my opinion, very affordable. So you definitely want to consider that. I know every penny saved, every penny earned is a penny saved. So you don't really have to get hit over the head. Good thing about it is too, most of these daycares, they will give you a discount if you have more than one child. I've even seen some of them recently, depending on your profession, like if you're a first responder or something like that, they've even given discounts to parents that have either multiple children or, like I said, or some type of a certain profession. But I mean, also not along from the cost of the childcare, there's an endless amount of learning opportunities for your children. Just in my neighborhood alone, we have 5 preschools. 5 just in the actual neighborhood, in the communities. Not only are the schools good, but it's affordable to get early childhood care as well. Okay, the next reason, guys, is according to CNBC, Houston is one of the most affordable major cities in the US. What that means is pretty much is families can find affordable housing options all throughout this city, and that's single family homes as well as townhomes, apartments. One thing about us is we have no state tax, so families get to keep more of their money in their pockets. But in terms of, and I'm a realtor, guys, so in terms of comparing homes that we have in Houston to the exact same price, maybe Chicago, Illinois, New York, we're talking about quadruple the amount of space, as to what you can get in a home. So what I want to do now is I really want to take you out to see the actual home. So $600,000 in Houston, Texas can get you a lot of homes. So we're going to go out into my community and I'm going to take you to a home that's around roughly $600,000 right now, so you can see exactly what it'll get you. All right, guys, so I told you I was going to take you out to see what an actual $600,000 home looks like in the Houston, Texas area. And I am outside of a new construction. So this is a new construction. The builder is Toll Brothers. Gonna show you what they build for around $600,000. This is the model home, so it is swooped up a little bit. And then also, if you look at the home, you don't see a garage. So to the left of the home is where the garage will actually be. But since this is a model home, they turned the garage into the sales office. But this is a really good idea of what you can get for $600,000. Okay, so we've made it inside. Like I said, I'm gonna show you guys what you can get in Houston, Texas for $600,000-ish, right? I am in my community, Siena, the home I'm standing in. It's a Draper floor plan. It's built by Toll Brothers. You're gonna see an actual new construction. Just to kind of give you some numbers, this house is a 4-bedroom, 3 full bath, 3-car garage, roughly 3,000 square feet. So it is a 1-story, but the one thing I like about Toll Brothers 1-stories is that it has all of the components that you would possibly put in a 2-story built on the first floor, okay? So it's gonna have its own private study. It's also gonna have what I call a bonus or entertainment space that can be used for a theater room and things like that. So let's go check it out. So when you walk in the entryway, one thing we did pass up was the first bedroom. Now we're gonna go into the study. It has its own private study. With French doors. Cool. Now this is that bonus space that I was telling you guys about. They have it decked out as a theater room, but it could be the kids' playroom, a second study, whatever you guys need it for. There's a second bedroom here. Now we're going into the main living space and the kitchen. Check it out. Okay, I'm not gonna open the door because the guy is outside cutting the yard, so you hear a lot of noise. But I wanna show you guys these sliders. This is the new thing in homes in Houston now. Everybody has sliding back windows that lead out to their patio. So take a look. These windows right here, they actually slide all the way open. So if you're entertaining guests and things like that, you can pull this window completely open and go right out into the patio. And last but not least, let me let you guys check out the primary bedroom. All right, guys, what do you think? So just again, wanted to kind of give you guys some basis of what you can get in Houston, Texas for around $600,000-ish. Be mindful though, we are in the suburbs. I do live in the suburbs, so the area where I'm showing you guys homes that are in the suburbs. But a lot of people that's moving to Houston, they live in the metro Houston area too. So, I mean, you can find homes like this closer inside the city as well, but most of these homes are gonna be in the suburbs. The square footage kind of goes down when you get inside the city. You know, the closer you are to the city, the higher the land cost is. So they do make smaller homes. So you wouldn't expect necessarily a home this size for $600,000 or built out this way. Let me take that back. Or built out this way. You can definitely get a 3,000 square foot home inside the city for $600,000. It's more so just going to be going up. So you'll see like the two stories or 3-story townhomes opposed to a flat. The last reason, but certainly not the least reason to raise a family in Houston, Texas is more so not for the children, but for the adults. It's the endless amount of job opportunities. Houston is a great place to settle because we have a seamless amount of job opportunities. We've become a powerhouse in the high profitable industries like the medical industry. We have the largest medical center in the nation next to Boston. So what that means is we have tons of doctors here, tons of nurses, and just a lot of people that really help make the medical industry go round. Also, the energy and trade industries are really beginning to boom here. We're on the coast. We're known for our oil and gas industry. You see all of the major players here, Shell, Exxon, Valero. You'll see all of them with refineries and things like here. So they really help to create a lot of job opportunities for, you know, Houstonians and things like that. Specifically in my family alone and in my household. So let's think about it. My mom is a nurse. My husband, he works in the oil and gas industry. And before I became a realtor, I was also in the oil and gas industry as well. You can definitely find a job here in Houston, Texas. So everybody, my name is Nicole Handy and I'm the team leader of the Nicole Handy real estate team here in Houston, Texas. And we get so many people reaching out to us about their move to Houston. They text us, they call us, they send us an email, and we absolutely love it. And you can do the same thing too. You can send us a text, you can go ahead and give us a call, or you can skip all that and just book an appointment with us using the meeting link below. Either way it goes, we would love to help you with your move to Houston, Texas.